Hey YouTube, welcome back to another Warmachine Tuesday. Sorry about last week. I actually totally spaced that last week was spring break, so I ended up working the whole week, so I didn't end up getting to play. But today we're playing 35 points of Warmachine against Hordes. So Menoth, I won the roll-off, so then I will go ahead and intro first. Up front here on Advanced Deployment, we have a full unit of errands with the UA. Over here, I have the Vassal Menoth, the Reckoner, or sorry, the Vanquisher, the Crusader. I have P Kreoss, and then in the back I have a min unit acquired because that's really all you need for 2 jacks. Then over here I have a full unit of Bastions, and the book behind them to support them. And then Legion goes second, so he'll go ahead and introduce his.
I have a full unit of War Spears with their UA, a pair of Shepherds taking care of a Ravagore, a Seraph, and a Scythian, all led by a Absalom.
Quick side note, look at the Scythian swords. Pretty cool. He's really good at messing around with changing stuff and playing stuff like that. So props to him for being able to do that. But like I said, we're back here Warmachine Tuesday here at the Sage's shop. 35 points, and we'll be back at the middle of turn 1. Alrighty guys, we're back after a quick turn 1, quick Menoth turn 1. Forgot to say earlier, Bastions were prayed by the War Spears, and we're not playing scenario, we just want to pretty much smash and kill people. I haven't played Menoth in a while, so it might be a little rough for me. But standard turn, literally everything ran up. The only spell that was cast was Kreoss, cast Lamentation, so that'll make it cheaper later on. Just keep it. So far that's the board right now. Trying to squeeze the errands through the middle there. I'm hoping I can maybe try to split this off. But so yeah, like I said, that is the Menoth turn 1, and we'll be back at Legion turn 1. Alright YouTube, we're back at the end of Legion turn 2. A little bit of stuff did happen, things caught fire, people are corroding right now, but we're going to let him recap on that.
Alright, my turn was pretty simple. I just threw out some Carnivore on my War Spears, who I then ran up. I walked my Ravagore up into the forest and shot, and rolled a critical fail on a boosted attack.
Yes,
so my deviation of doom deviated to the back and caught both of his UAs on fire. Killed one of them. That's okay. He'll shoot better next turn. I then attempted to get the Seraph up into range. He's out of range. It's okay. I slipstreamed the Ravagore backwards, and then ended up by putting the Scythian up behind the Avalanche Cannon. And I threw out Playing God, or Forced Evolution and Playing God, respectively. And wrapped up my turn.
Alright, there you go folks, you heard it. So that was the end of Legion turn 1, and we'll be back at the recap of Menoth turn 2. Alrighty YouTube, we're back here at the end of Menoth turn 2. A little bit, actually some pretty good damage happened. I'm pretty happy about that. We forgot to discuss about the terrain because the terrain is a little awkward. We decided this was a hill, right? Yeah, it was a hill, and if you couldn't fit your base on it, don't do it. And then this whole thing, this is just an obstruction and a linear obstacle. That was just before we discussed that before I moved, before any of this happened. So yeah, so pretty much start over here on this side. Choir activated, they moved, they battle, or hemmed battle, obviously, it's about the only thing they can do. Well, not the only thing, but, and then, I came up with the Vanquisher, walked him up there. I just barely had line of sight around the corner to get him. He was just, I mean, it was less than a hair's width out of cover. So I boosted attack, because I had 2 focus on him, so I boosted attack. I hit it, boosted damage at 11 points of damage, and caught him on fire, his Scythian, so that was pretty good. Then I used the Vassal Ancillary attack on the Vanquisher, Shot again. I think I needed a 6 and I rolled a 5 or something like that. I was one off. And then Kreoss moved up, kept Lamentation up at the beginning, put Defender's Ward on him, because if that Scythian gets through, that's going to get a little nasty, but we're going to see, hopefully, if anything, the Scythian's dead after that. So hopefully that'll hold him off. Over here, all my errants moved up. Outside of this, the Scather ring, I rolled to not catch him on fire, put the fire out on him. Then I shot him a whole bunch. I only put 6 points of damage on him, but that's 6 points that he didn't have before, so that's okay with me. Although I'm really disappointed because it took a lot of shots to do that. It took everybody that could actually shoot, so this whole thing here for 6 points, and then he shot on the Scythian and missed, or didn't do enough damage. And then I ran the Bastions up. I tried to keep him in cover, try to give him a little bit of, or try to give him cover, these three. Scrunched those two in, ran the book up, and I'm gonna wait for those guys. But that was pretty much Menoth's turn 2. So a little bit, got a little trade back there. But we're gonna see what happens at the end of Legion turn 2. So be right back. Alrighty, we're back here at Legion turn 2. Yeah, Legion turn 2. A lot of carnage, but I think I can pull out through it. I've done it before. So, Legion, go ahead and recap.
Alright, first of all, we had the... Actually, I'll start from the beginning. I had the Ravagore stand still and fire into the center and take out a few, 3 of them all.
There's one.
Oh, he killed one and put a fire template down there, catching some the captain on fire.
No, Captain didn't.
Oh. Right. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then the Seraph moved up, caused a little carnage with its shooting attacks, killed another couple of errants, and also using Slipstream to push the Scythian over to about here. Yep. Then I had the Shepherd move out to help with some forcing, which turned out she didn't need to. Absalonia moved up, healed up the Carnivian or the Scythian for a few points, getting all of his spirals back online, and then the Scythian charged the Vanquisher.
Yes.
Doing a good bit of damage, but missing just enough attacks not to kill him. I was very disappointed. But also locking down several of his models. And then over here, we had the Shepherd cool off the Ravagore, and then had the War Spears charge and prey on their prey target, the Bastions. And they did a good, I'll just say a whole lot of damage to the Bastions, and outright killed a few. They would have killed all of them if he hadn't sacrificed them. And one of them charged the errants and didn't do anything, didn't accomplish much. And that ended my turn.
Well, you heard it, folks. That's basically it. Like I said, I'm not too worried about it. It kind of sucks that my Bastions died off that quickly. That's actually the first time they've died that quickly. Usually none of my Bastions are dead by the end of the game. At the same time, none of them have actually been preyed, and I've never walked them to their hunters, I guess you could call them. But like I said, I'm not too worried about it. So
I still have a whole lot.
Pretty much, I got a lot of stuff here. Scythian, I can almost say is going to be dead this turn. I'm not going to guarantee because I know my luck. I'm going to whiff everything. Over here is a little bit of a worrisome, but I can at least tie him up, so it's whatever. So pretty much, we'll just see what happens. So we'll be back to the recap at the end of my turn 3, at the end of Menoth's turn 3. So more to come. All right, guys. Sorry, just talking about the camera. But back at the end of Menoth turn 3. So we'll start on the right side because that's where we started off. Started my turn. Basically, I loaded up the Crusader. I put 2 on the Vanquisher just in case. Hemmed battle with the Choir. Smacked the Scythian a good time with the Mace. I missed the second time. And then I walked the Crusader over and punched with the fist once, did a lot of damage. Hit with the hammer once. I think I missed that one. Yeah, I missed that one. Then I bought an attack with a hammer, and then I slaughtered it. So then I moved Kreoss up, ancillary to attack the Vanquisher. I targeted the Shepherd, but I needed a 7 on one dice because his cannon's knocked out. But that's him. So that didn't work out.
Are you jumping a little bit?
Over here.
Get a text message?
I've
been spotted.
My errands, this guy who was right in the Scather moved over just to get out of it. He pretty much moved up over the wall, took a pot shot at him and missed, and then these two guys attacked this dude and slaughtered him. So that was pretty good. Then they both went Flames of Wrath on the Bastions. First Bastion did a little bit of damage. No, First Bastion, I believe,
did a lot, 7 points.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, First Bastion did a lot. Second Bastion finished him off, so this guy's just kind of standing there, twiddling his thumbs. So that's looking pretty good. That was really good. So I'm in a decent-ish position, but I just got to get rid of those guys. But I have a feeling it should be okay. So, but that was Menoth turn 3. So we'll be back at Legion at the end of Legion's turn 3. So more to come. Alrighty, YouTube, we're back at the end of Legion turn 3. Another eventful turn. A lot of stuff died this time, but man, oh. Alright, so Legion, go ahead and take it off from here.
Okay, looks the War Spears went up and started wreaking havoc with his bastions. It killed one of them and left the other with 2 points each.
Yep. Yeah. That one left 2 and 2.
Definitely a lot of damage output there. Got these other through. Killed another couple of exemplars in front of them. Not pulling their weight, but oh well, it's more dead models. The Seraph moved around and killed two of his choir priests, which is really shiny, and then strafed a shot onto Kreoss himself, doing 6 points of damage. It's really cool.
5.
5?
Yes.
And then I had the Ravagor go over and completely whiff a shot out of range and scattered onto the avalanche cannon. Completely useless. So I riled him for 4 points. Then the 2 Shepherd Space and Absalona basically waddled about a little.
Key point, Seraph is now out of control range.
Yeah, my bad.
Key point. So I'm gonna see if I can use that to my favor. But we just realized, like last turn, but I forgot to say it, I've been playing this whole time without an errant. The card was hiding in the corner, and I just kind of threw this list together real quick, and that's kind of what happened. So I've been playing without a 2-point solo that could really helped out, but that's my fault, so whatever. It's been a pretty decent game so far, so I don't think I've been missing too much. But that was it for Legion, so we'll be back at the end of Menoth turn 4. Alrighty, YouTube, we're back at the end of my turn 3 or 4. 3 or 4? 3? Was that 3 or 4? That was 4. That was 4. Back at my end, turn 4. We'll start left to the right. Over here, Flames of Wrath on these doodads. If I was thinking about it, I would have done it before, but it doesn't really matter. So these guys have Flames of Wrath. They beat this guy to a bloody pulp. Over here, the Errands did a pretty good number on this guy. Actually, he was out of sight, so I walked him around. Tried hitting him, didn't do anything. And then over here, the Choir Passage. So these two guys have Passage. I ran them over. Moved the Vassal up. And then Kreoss is back here camping 4 focus with Lamentation. So that is that. So pretty much, I gotta get rid of these guys are my biggest threat, and after that, I think I'm sitting pretty good. But he's gonna be, if I don't do something next turn with him, that's gonna spell trouble. But this next one, he's gonna run up here, kill this guy, and he's gonna be open for the taking. So we'll see what I can't do. So that's the Menoth turn 4. Be back at the end of Legion turn 4. So more to come. Alright, YouTubians, we're back. The end of Legion turn 4. Go for it.
A lot of interesting, not a lot of happening here. I had the War Spears attack what's around them, only managed to kill 1 errant, who was really bad. And then had at the beginning, the Seraph managed to not frenzy because he was left outside of Abby's control range, and then he got cooled off by a shepherd, which allowed him to basically go over and kill off that other errant that I meant to kill off. So that turned out alright. I had the Ravagore go ahead and shoot at the Vassal way in the backfield and only do 3 points of damage.
Because it's scattered.
Because it's scattered, and I forgot to do his Catch on Fire Animus again, like I do all the time. Abby moved forward and threw out a Blightbringer, or a Blightfield, which also missed, and was really dumb because I could have measured its exact range. A lot of really bad bookkeeping on my part, but I think I'll be okay. And that's about it. Not a lot happened.
All right, folks. So you heard it from the man himself. So that was Legion turn 4. We'll be back at Menoth turn 5. More to come. All right, guys. We're back at Menoth turn 5, 4 or 5. I'm losing track of numbers. Basically, this whole thing here shifted straight over. Vassal came over here, put Enliven on the Crusader before he ran. Both choirs put Passage on the Jacks before both of them ran. The book put Flames of Wrath on these two, on the last errant and the Bastions. The errant poked him for like 3 damage and caught him on fire. I'm hoping that might do something next, but maybe not. Probably not. Bastions just walked up. I don't want to get him too close. I'm going to try to entice him out. Maybe get a free strike on him. Hopefully kill him. Have yet to feat. I'm still waiting for a decent time. His stuff's way back there, so I believe after I kill the Seraph, if I'm still in good position, that's when I'm going to feat. So, but this is pretty much the board. This is not still there. Doesn't matter. So this is pretty much the board. So yeah, be back at the end of Legion turn 5. 4? 5. Cool. Legion turn 5.
Fairly common this day and age.
All right, YouTube. Back at the end of Legion turn 5. It was actually a really good turn for him. I set myself up for that, but oh well. So Legion, go ahead and go.
Okay, it started off with the War Spears. They went ahead and stabbed that last guy, and then they went ahead and stabbed the Crusader for 6 points of damage. It was really nice.
And he enlivened over here.
And then he enlivened away. So then I had the Angelius or the Seraph come over and strafe the Bastions to death.
4 shots.
4 shots, only 2 hit, and killed them all. It was nice. And then the Ravagore charged and Pathfindered over both the forest and the wall to kill what was left of the Vanquisher, leaving the Shepherds to basically run like chickens with their heads cut off because they have no job at this point. And Absalonia then moved forward and dropped a Blight Field on top of the Vanquisher, preventing it from Crusader, preventing it from getting any focus assigned to it, which is nice. And that wrapped up my turn.
So there it is, guys. This turn I'm really contemplating just putting Kreoss in the middle of nowhere and letting him sit there. Really only have 1 jack up, only 1 thing that can actually attack and do something. So I kind of knew that would happen, but oh well. And I'm getting really hungry, so I might just kind of suicide on this one, but oh well. So I'll see what I can do, what I can kill. So we'll be back at the end of Menoth turn 6.
Hunger is the killer of armies.
Hunger is the killer of armies. Alright guys, be right back. Alrighty guys, back here at the end of Menoth turn 6 or 7. It'll be up in the top right hand corner. So
that was Menoth turn 6.
What did I happen here? Oh, Kreoss moved over here and feeded. So we got both of the War Spears, the Ravagore, and then that Shepherd back there. And then I immolated him 3 times. I only did once. Only got him once. And then I charged the choir in to tie him up. Did nothing there. Walked over with the Vassal. Arcane Bolt. Did 1 point. So, since the 2 War Spears were knocked down, I just pretty much walked the Crusader back over. I didn't need to roll double ones, so I didn't. We both got splatted. Moved the book up, Lawgiver's Creed, so he can now not cast spells within 10 inches of this dude. So, but I don't know. I'm sitting on a focus, so we'll see what happens. But we'll be back at the end of Legion turn 6. All right, yeah, end of Legion turn 6. All right, guys, back at the end of Legion turn 6. Go ahead and go for it.
Lots of interesting stuff. The Seraph charged, something that I've heard is unheard of. Did a lot of damage, almost half the boxes of the Crusader on the charge, spending all of its fury. And then the Shepherd went up and cooled it off, relieved it 1 fury. And then Abby moved around and cast Blight Field on the Crusader, preventing it from getting focus next turn, which is cool. And then the Ravgor stood up with a fury and trampled across all of his support units.
Only
And
1 choir died.
amazingly, because the Ravgor is clearly awesome in close combat. He got 1 boosted attack roll against Kreoss and did 11 points of damage. Kreoss has 1 point of damage left. I'm crying. Also, the Shepherd ran up to control him and allow him to be forced, and she is now very awkward.
So
That's my turn.
that's it, guys. So we'll be back at the end of Menoth turn 7. It's a long game, so more to come. All right, guys, that was the end of the game. Like I said, it was kind of a suicide run. It could have turned into something way better, but my dice, they just freaking suck. They've sucked the past like 3 weeks now. Actually, they've been doing all right until they started rolling like 3 or 4 damage here and there on a dice -4. So I mean, they usually roll way above average. But to recap, over here, what did I do? Holy crap!
You beat the crap out of the Seraph.
Yeah, over here, Flames of Wrath. I did put the Seraph in a pretty good hurting. Ancillary attack, so you got to hit twice with battle. That was pretty fun. Over here, Flames of Wrath on his mace again. I swung 7 times. I missed once, but I was only doing 3 or 4 damage per hit. It wasn't enough, so I pretty much called the game because he's got 1 health left, so he's dead next turn period. So that's pretty much the game for tonight. So hopefully I can get back in here next week and get you guys another Warmachine Tuesday, and hope you guys enjoyed this one. So please like the video, subscribe, and help Say to shop out and visit their site. If not, come by. So
Buy all the things.
all of the things. So we'll see you guys next week.